So I did my engineering project on automotive engineering. There we go.
Yeah, point at the computer.
Okay. Oh. Alright, so what is automotive engineering? Automotive engineering is a branch of vehicle engineering. And basically it incorporates elements of other elements of engineering into manufacturing cars, motorcycles, buses, trucks, any sort of automobile basically. And so when you're working as an automotive engineer, there's like a bunch of different types of companies you can work for. You can work for like bigger companies like Ford, General Motors, and that would be building like cars like kind of from the ground up, or making different adjustments to cars for newer models. And like you can either, when you are working for those companies, you can either like specialize in a certain field like the cooling system, or the engine, or the powertrain on different cars, or stuff like that. Or some engineers work all the way through the car, like from the ground up, making sure everything goes together and everything works fine, and it's like you can make it and it's serviceable and stuff. You can also work for like smaller companies that would be like just located in like suburbs and stuff, and they make like either aftermarket parts, or they make like they reverse engineer parts so they can make them and sell them, so you don't have to buy parts like from the company where it's super expensive if you need like a new brake or something like that. There's also military applications, like if you were to build, if you were to go into the military, like building things like Humvees and tanks and stuff like that, and making sure they're like bomb-proof and different things, and they can work on all sorts of terrains. My interview was with a guy who works over at Chrysler, and he does work mostly on the electrical systems and powertrains of cars, but he also does a little with it, working on the interior and designing that kind of stuff. And he said that working for a big company like Chrysler, he likes it a lot because there's like more opportunity than if you were to work for a small company. And some of the questions I asked him were if he ever like had to work late to finish projects up. But he said that working for a big company like Chrysler, you usually have realistic deadlines and a lot of time to work on it. So he's only found himself working late a couple of days and never weekends. I'm not sure how that would work at like a smaller company, but I mean that sounds pretty good. And then some advice he gave me was that if I do plan on going into work with one of those bigger companies, to work on communication skills, because you have to be able to talk to other engineers from other countries, and like they kind of have different ways they talk and stuff. So you want to be able to make sure you can communicate with them. He said like some specific skills would be being a quick learner, so you can learn new things because cars are always changing. Being open to new ideas and like listening to other people instead of just being focused on one way. And then also being able to use CAD and like read data on computers and stuff like that. The school I chose was Georgia Tech. And when you're going into automotive engineering, there's not many schools that offer majors in like automotive technology. There's like a couple. They're usually like smaller schools and like technical schools. But another route you can take is to do mechanical engineering or electrical engineering. And I chose to do mechanical engineering. And Georgia Tech is ranked 3rd in the country for mechanical engineering. Including room and board, it's about $40,000 out of state a year, which I mean isn't too bad. To get in, you need about a 29 to a 33 on your ACT. That's like the average range of what you need to get in. And then about a 3.75 or higher on your GPA was good to get. Some things that are really important to them when you're applying are your GPA, extracurricular activities, and like the difficulty of your course lot of AP classes and honor classes, or just like regular. They are accredited by the Commission on Colleges of the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools, and that allows them to award bachelor's degrees, master's degrees, and doctoral degrees in engineering, and that's for pretty much all sorts of engineering they offer. So if you wanted to go there to get your PhD, you could. Some classes you'll have to take when you're there are like an introduction to engineering classes, fluid mechanics, heat transfer, internal combustion engines, biofluid mechanics, just like basic engineering courses, stuff like that.
Struggle is real. There we go.
So once you graduate from Georgia Tech, the highest salary of people graduating was around $100,000 a year, which is pretty good. The average salary of people coming out of there was $65,000, and about 87% of the students had job offers before they graduated, which is really good. And then I'm not sure about people. I mean, people probably have jobs after they come out too. About a third of the students did an internship while they were in college, and then about 40% studied abroad when they were in college. So if you wanted to study abroad, you could do that. And so like something that really interested me about automotive engineering is like I've always been really into cars and stuff, and so like that's why I would want to be an automotive engineer, and learning how like that would work and being able to build a car would be pretty cool.
Good job.